Hi, you guys. Welcome to an episode of True Story Podcast. It's Lacey. Nice isn't here right now. I wanted to film. We're in my bedroom right now. I just wanted to film because me and Anais haven't really worked out our schedules yet because we're both working full time and we're just trying to figure it all out. And I had a very good experience last night that I wanted to share before I forget because I always forget everything. Um, so yeah, let's just like jump into it. This might be a little side video, kind of like a nice bit Caitlin, kind of like Caitlin's been doing the mukbangs. Sorry, I was calling her Anais because that's just like a childhood nickname, and I was like, wait, they don't know who the fuck I'm talking about. It's Caitlin. Um, so yeah, so for you guys that watched some of my other videos, I did share that recently my stepdad had cancer. So his friends have been giving him like weed and drug, like just things here and there, just to like cheer him up or whatever. And he's been coming across shrooms a lot. And I went over there the other day and someone gave him a chocolate bar. And he had some and he was like, yeah, I was feeling good. I was like, can I have the rest? Because I've been wanting to do shrooms so bad. Like, I did it one time with a really close friend of mine, and it was like the best experience I've ever had in my life. Like, we just like bonded. We had a very good conversation. Like, we're both water signs. She's a Pisces and I'm a Cancer, and like we're just crying and crying and crying and talking, and it was just so good. And I love her so much. Um, so this time I was alone. I had my roommate here with me, but he didn't do he didn't take anything. I just did it by myself. So I want to share my experience because I feel like I just kind of get it now. I feel like I've been very detached from reality and my emotions because being a water sign, and I'm very into astrology and zodiacs and tarot readings and all that stuff. Like, I really believe that zodiac signs have like some valid things. Like, they're pretty valid, like, they're pretty accurate. Um, at least from what I've experienced going. I have friends with almost every sign, and I've talked to every sign, I've gotten to know every sign of the zodiac, and it's crazy, like the ones I click with and the ones I don't. And I notice like I just need to surround myself with water signs because they're the ones who get me. Like, they're the ones who get my emotional level, my deepness, because I feel like when I open up to people, they're just like kind of taken back of how like emotional I can get, and it scares them. And then I don't open up anymore because like, why bother? Like, if you're not gonna get it, why am I gonna share with you? That's why I kind of like having this YouTube channel, because I know some of you guys get it and some of you guys like hearing me talk and sharing my experiences, because you guys reach out and message me, and I appreciate all the messages you guys send to me. um, just know that I'm like this up and down 24/7 a day. And my eyes are so puffy because I was crying like the whole trip. If you haven't done like psychedelic mushrooms, I recommend it 100% at least once in your life, because it just opens up a part of your mind that we bury deep, deep down. And just do it with someone that can kind of guide you, like maybe a water sign friend, or maybe even an earth sign, because they can kind of like chill you out when you're like freaking out. Because I was just a mess. I was like crying and and I'm just like feeling everything at once. Like, I just felt everything, and I understood everything. Like, I'm the reason I let my emotions get the best of me, and I really need to work on it. Like, I realize like I'm the one who pushes everyone away, who doesn't let anyone in, because I just don't think people care. I don't think people will understand. Like, why should I share these parts of myself with anyone if you're not going to understand me. But that's kind of like a messed up way to think. So I'm going to work on it, and I'm just going to like check up on people, because like we're just, one of my realizations on like my trip was like, we're all people. I feel like I've been like so detached from my emotions, because like sometimes it's just too hard to feel everything, because I feel everything hurts. Like I just see all the pain and suffering, and I just pick up on things without you telling me. Like I can meet someone and I just know, like I can just see their heart. I can just see it. I can just feel it. I'm very intuitive, like, and that shit hurts. Like it hurts so bad. And so I close off. I try to protect myself, because not everyone deserves those pieces of me, and not everyone is accepting and willing to look at those emotions. Like I noticed, as a water sign, I'm very open with my emotions. I'm not open, but I am like in touch with them. I do run away from them, and I try to distract myself. That's another thing. Like I feel like something clicked on, like in my head, like I'm back to myself. That's why I wanted to make a video before I forget. Because like I feel like I just started this job. I've been like jumping through all these hoops and trying to keep myself occupied, like going to church, going and checking up on my mom. Now I'm going to a job, like just something to keep me going and running around, and not having to face myself and how I'm feeling in my life. Because I feel my growth right now. Like I know I'm growing right now, and I'm going through growing pains, and it's tough. Like the world's fucking lonely. It's hard being alone, and like not having any family to like turn to. And we're all just people. We're all just going through it. And like when we're at work, like each human interaction we have, like you can either have like a very good conversation, a meaningful conversation, or you can have like, oh hi, how's your day? Okay, bye. Next person. That's like an example, because I'm a receptionist, so it's like, okay, yep, here, thanks, bye. Just really quick. Like, we kind of just put our customer service voice on. It's not very, and I'm not saying like do it at work and try to have like meaningful conversation, but some people like give that compliment, give that little like, oh, I noticed you've been working on this, or I noticed you've been going through this. Like, do you need to talk? Like, I'm here. Like, I see that you're having a hard time. Like, you're not alone. And I feel like so many people walk around like, I feel like if someone says that one word to me, or that one thing that touches my heart, I'm gonna break down. Like, and that's me 24/7. Like, I was telling my roommate when I was crying and crying, I was like, this is how I feel inside 24/7. I just don't let my emotions show. I just bury them, bury them, bury them. And I keep everyone at arm's length, and I don't let anyone in, because it's scary. I'm scared of getting hurt. I'm a crab. Like, we're hard on the outside and soft on the inside, but we need the right person to kind of be like, give me that heart. Like, I'm gonna take care of you. Like, I feel it too. Like, that's what I really need, is like someone who can just feel my heart. Because I feel like I've been going through life looking for validation through like men and through like bosses, through people in general, when I need to like love myself, and I need to figure myself out. Like, I'm just trying to attach myself to all these people, and everyone's like, no, no, no. Like, that's too intense. You're too intense. Like, gotta cut it off. Because I feel like sometimes it'll be going good, and then I start showing little pieces of myself, and they get scared and like leave. So I'm like, damn, this shit's fucking lonely. Like, being so emotional and so in touch with like energies, it's really fucking hard, and not a lot of people get it. And a lot of people get scared and frustrated when you're trying to explain your heart. And I get frustrated. I'm like, you really don't feel that, like that doesn't hurt your heart? Like, how can you just walk away and not help them? How can you just say those mean things? Like, damn, like I am not that type of person. Um, so I just see that, like my eyes just are open, and I just see where I've been like running and going nonstop just to not feel and face myself. So I think I'm gonna make this like a not a super regular thing, because like I'm not trying to be a burnout, but like I know people take mushrooms like microdosing as like antidepressants, and I think that would be very good for me because I feel normal when I'm like not normal, but like at the beginning I feel like I can just talk and like all my feelings make sense, because it's so hard putting everything into words, and I'm probably not doing a very good job at it now, but I just think life is hard, and we're told not to wear like our hearts on our sleeves, like protect it, don't show your weaknesses, but like I think if we all worked on kind of just sharing like, dang, this is going on in my life and I need help, I want to reach out and someone to give me their hand like when I ask for that help. And I feel like when I do that, I don't see a lot of hands reaching out, but I'm always that person for everyone else. But I think just as a human race in general, like don't be afraid to reach out. Like that one person that you might be surprised what person notices that you're going through it, and they've been waiting for you to come to them, because I know we got to be kind of patient with how we word things, because everyone has a different type of love language, and depending on what you're insecure about, you take things the wrong way. Like I could say, I've noticed that you've been like struggling, and someone who's like, bitch, the fuck you talking about, I'm struggling, like just because they're insecure and they're not ready to face whatever they're going through, and you're like, oh, never mind, you're good, stay in your lane, like I'm sorry I brought it up. Or it could go the other way, where they're like, you're right, like dang, I didn't think anyone could tell, but I am hurting. And that's when they just cry. Like I feel like you don't really bond with someone or know someone until like you can cry with them and like have those moments and just open your heart out. And I feel like I've been running from that, and I've been pushing that away, and I feel like that's what I crave. I crave that just emotional intimacy, um that like I don't know, like sex doesn't do. Like I look for it in sex, but really it's like that connection I'm looking for in that conversation. But because of my trauma and my abuse, I'm always second guessing myself. I'm always like, no, don't say that. They're not gonna get it. Don't say that. And then like I'll be around someone and they say something I was thinking. I'm like, dang, like I should have said that. I missed like that time we could have just connected on something or bonded. And I'm gonna try to not do that. Like I'm gonna just try to go with the flow and like open my heart out a little bit, because I think I'm missing out on a lot of connections that could be very healing for me and my soul. And I feel like I could heal a lot of people because I just have so much like love and internal like knowledge to give. And I know if you're not very into like astrology, like cancers are the mother of the zodiac, and all we want to do is heal. Like we're like, they compare us the mother or like the nurse of the zodiac, like always running in to like heal those little wounds. And I totally see that, and I feel like it's so much pressure sometimes that I just like shut it off, because I'm like, whoa, like I'm way too invested. I need to come back in my shell and just kind of like chill the fuck out and decompress, and then I'll be ready to go back into the world. Like I feel like I'm introverted but also extroverted. Like I want to go and put my hands on everyone and like heal everybody, but it also is very draining, and I need to come home and decompress and maybe have a little talk with myself like I'm doing right now. Um, so I know this was supposed to be like a little conversation about like shrooms and stuff, and you guys probably weren't thinking it was gonna be so deep. But honestly, like, that's why I'm saying, like, everyone should do it at least once, because it just, like, if you're in touch and you have those emotions, like, it's gonna work out. Like, it just helps you look at things from a different point of view. And I think it's like that checkup that I needed and that little wake up call. Like, I feel like I unplugged myself from the Matrix, honestly. Like, I know that sounds hella corny, but I just feel like myself a little bit more. Like, I feel like I was kind of like losing myself and getting wrapped into other people and getting too emotionally invested. And just like this job, like, it was supposed to be part time. And because I opened my mouth and saw that they were short staffed, I was like, well, I can jump in these days if you need me. Because now I'm do caregiving and a receptionist job. So I'm going to have two different jobs at the same place because I see how short staffed they are. But then I'm like, dang, did I bite off more than I can chew? Like, am I emotionally ready to take on all this? But honestly, I think it'll be okay. Like, I think once the money starts coming in, I'll feel better. I'm just like, it's just been a long time since I've worked full time, and it gets very overwhelming. And I'm just always scared of losing myself in like jobs and people because I know I get so invested. And that's when I need to like take a step back. And that's why, like, and Caitlin is very good, like, to have around to be like, no, like, you need to call out that day. Like, don't be scared. Like, this is important. Like, like just for family events or birthdays or whatever. Because I'm like, I don't want to be that person that's like calling out. But it's like, life is so fucking short. Like, dude, like, and this job is really chill. Like, I'm very happy that I ended up here. Like, like, everyone has a family, everyone knows, like, we gotta hustle to get it done because we are short staffed and not a lot of people want to work right now. And it is like a demanding job, because it is with like dementia patients, and that's not easy. So I am very happy. I'm just like going through the motions, but I'm just gonna work on like trying to be there for people and seeing people for themselves. Like, I noticed, like, I just get it. Like, it's me. I'm the one with the issues that like shut everyone out or don't like fully look at people. Like, I feel like I don't look at people as real people. Like, I just like just people passing me by. Like, I don't take the time to very like, you have feelings, you have this, because it gets too much when I see all those feelings and all those problems and all those hurt things inside people's souls that I want to heal. And I just want to give you a hug and like give you love. And not everyone's ready for that. So then I get hurt. And I'm like, dang, I shouldn't have opened myself up. Now I'm over here like, damn, like, I just gave you a part of me and you spit in my face. And it's not even like romantically, it's just like human to human. Like, me seeing you as an individual that needs someone's help. Like, you need someone to talk to, and like,